Alright, welcome back to part 2 of our E3 2012 Wednesday recap of what we've been up to.
Yeah.
Still a lot more to talk about, so let's jump right into it before we get too caught up in anything else. So right after we played Sly Cooper,
yes,
turned around and said, let's play God of War. Now, I'd say I'd apologize, except that people said it to me in such a sarcastic and demeaning manner in the comments that I will not apologize.
That's why I shouldn't even look at these things.
The footage that I took of God of War yesterday, I said, oh, it's just more God of War, it looks like God of War. What I didn't realize is that it was actually footage of the God of War multiplayer. Like, I didn't know that.
Okay.
It looked like it was footage from the same demo that they had played during the Sony conference because it was actually on the same stage. But what I didn't realize is that it was multiplayer. So after reading the comments, I said, oh, okay, I'll go back today and I'll play it. But I will not apologize because you guys are fucking dicks and you can't say it in a nice way. So today I went in line, and I'll be honest, it was a long fucking wait. It was a good hour.
Yeah, you took the bullet with that. Yeah, it was at least an hour.
It was at least an hour. I thought it was going to be quick because they had like the 8 setups, and it fools you because there's 8 more setups behind.
Yeah, there's eight setups, but there's like 500 people in the line, so it doesn't really matter.
So I took a few videos in the line, a little bit more gameplay and such, so that people can maybe explain or understand the mechanics a little bit better before I played. And then when I played, the way it works is you get to play 2 full rounds. It's 4 on 4. Spartans versus the Trojans, okay? And so I ended up being, I'm trying to remember, I think I was on the Spartan team. And the funny thing was, I stood there for an hour, so I understood the controls. But what the tutorial fails to tell you is how to actually win the fucking game mode. You're not supposed to actually kill the opponents, if I didn't know. So,
what the hell?
So there's a guy there supposed to help you. And John was recording, so you'll see this. There's 4 parts of this up. The first
kind of
game,
tough because the dude's head was in the way.
We kept moving to give me tips and stuff. Yeah,
I was like, oh man,
it's as good as you can do, you know. So the guy's giving me tips or whatever, and I'm like, okay. So I start playing, and I know all the combat moves. I'm fighting people. Okay. Next thing I know, I get killed by a trap. I'm like, well, the trap wasn't explained in the tutorial that showed it between it. So he explains how the traps work to me. Okay. So I start fighting people. He's like, wow, good parry. You parried that guy. Wow, look at that combo. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm doing good because I'm read the controls. All of a sudden, our team's behind by 4,000 points. I said, what's going on, man? He's like, yeah, you guys are about to lose. Oh, you're actually supposed to be collecting points the whole time. Were you going to tell me that?
Well, how do you accumulate the points?
All right, what you need to do...
Not by killing the other guy?
You can get points by killing, but that's not the main way of getting points. The way you get it is there's 3 points, or three areas of the map that you need to capture. Similar like territories or domination in one of these first-person shooter games, and you get points for holding those, and you also get points for opening treasure chests that appear throughout the stage, and then also for combat. So here I was just running around killing everyone, not knowing they had already captured all the points.
That's pretty cool, because you guys have guarding certain areas and all kinds of guys trying to get through it.
It's not just combat; it's like a strategy in it as well. So. Basically, the second game, I kind of knew what I was doing a lot better. We lost miserably that first game. We almost came back, but we still lost miserably. Second game, I start hitting up the points. So I get 2 of the points. Then I'm fighting. The guy kills me. Okay, I come back. Oh, I learned how to parry properly. I beat the fuck out of this guy. Then I pick up this weapon. I'm like, what is this? And the guy's like, hey, just press circle. Okay. Boom. Instant kill the dude. He flies off the stage. I was like, holy shit. Like, there's some stuff you can really learn in this game if you play it for a little bit. We completely dominated them the second game. And I ended up not only being the MVP of my team, but that gives you the spear, and I got to kill the fucking Cyclops boss with the spear, all on camera, which is pretty damn cool. It's pretty cool. In my opinion, the multiplayer mechanics are cool. You got light attacks, heavy attacks, some of the stuff that you see in the normal gameplay of God of War, but a lot of added elements. Like there's a parry, there's a counterattack, there's a heal, you've got traps that you set. You can tell they put some time and effort into the multiplayer. Is it going to be anything someone's going to play more than a couple times? I don't know. It's probably going to depend more on the weapon selection, on the number of maps that are available. What they told me is that there's going to be like a different story for each map, and they're going to have different game types as well. So, what remains to be seen. I'll tell you this, I enjoyed it the first time.
It looked really brutal.
It was gory as hell, man.
Gruesome stuff going on.
Ripping people's intestines out, and ripping heads off and shit.
The Cyclops thing was pretty
gritty.
Wild.
Yeah, pretty gritty. But I enjoyed it. Some other games that I did get to play today was Hitman Absolution. Another game they actually allowed us to record the whole demo.
I made sure to go to ask. I said, can we please?
And they said yes.
I'm like, all right.
And we recorded it. And I beat it, like, what the fuck, dude? Like, everyone else I saw was watching, they were, like, struggling.
Yeah.
They were like, oh, I gotta shoot people. They would shoot people, and they'd be detected instantly. Fucking 100 cops would rush them. I was like, well, this is Hitman. You don't want to be detected.
That seemed a lot more like Assassin's Creed now.
Oh yeah.
They're like, all right, let's just do that. You know?
It does seem like Assassin's Creed.
It's a little different.
In fact, you even have Eagle Vision. Like
you have Eagle Vision.
You know,
it was like the same kind of thing. They went into the alley. And
right. I followed the guy into the alley, and the only person who could have seen was the cook, but the cook was so busy fucking putting out a fire in his stand because he was an asshole.
Yeah.
I just went whoop, slit the guy's neck with my wire, walked the fuck out of there, no problems.
Yeah.
Pretty fun, and if the whole game's like that, I'm sure the whole game won't be that easy. But
first, this was across from the Tekken booth, which was out of control.
Oh fuck!
Obnoxious. This crazy Tekken setup. Well, first of all, they have a Tekken bus that just loops around
the Tekken
all day.
Bus, yes.
That's all it does.
Yes.
That dude's got a crazy. The driver, it's a crazy job.
They paid him off. They rented him for the weekend.
Just drive around.
Yeah.
And
the music coming out of that booth is fucking obnoxious.
They have like 20 chicks in there. Okay. And what they do is they're having them play the games. So these dudes will run and try to play the game, and they have this insane music as well. So they did some marketing ideas with that.
Right. They put a lot of effort into it. Are people going to buy that game on 9/11? That's right. The game comes out 9/11/12.
Yeah, on the bus it is a 9/11.
Coming on 9/11, like
Tekken Tag.
Might be thinking about something else that day, but you know, maybe I'll go to my store and buy Tekken Tag to take my mind off of it. I don't know. The other game that I did get to play today was the One Piece, and I apologize, I don't know the fucking giant name. I'm sure it has some crazy ass Super Burai Ken Kendo Flying Attack Special Edition game or whatever.
That dude was really cool. That I was talking to you about.
Yeah.
That was cool. I like that kind of thing.
Yeah, it was giving me some instruction on what the special attacks are, how to do tag in, tag out attacks. The game plays extremely similarly to Dynasty Warriors. Actually, what he was telling me is that it's the game engine from the Dynasty Warriors game that had the Gundams in it.
Oh, okay.
He's like, that's where the tag mechanic came in. I hadn't played those, so he explained it to me.
Okay.
So it looks like there'll be a little bit more variety than what's just in standard Dynasty Warriors. And I think it'll be cool, because the One Piece characters obviously are the kind of anime-age characters with superpowers that kind of lend themselves to that kind of combat. So that's probably going to be pretty neat. Overall, I reserve my judgment. It is what it is. I think it'll be a fun game. I think a lot of people hate that kind of repetitive game.
Well, the fans of that series are going to eat that up.
I think the fans of Dynasty Warriors and the fans of One Piece will like that game. So those are my opinions. And before we move on, I do want to say this. A lot of people are going nuts, all right?
Who's going nuts?
The fans, of course.
Where is this happening?
On Twitter, on comments.
Why am I so out of the loop here?
I don't know, man. You gotta be honest.
I'm just somewhere else, I guess.
So 100 people said to me, Phil, why didn't you play the Beyond Two Souls demo? There's a 25-minute demo. It's at E3. We've seen a couple videos.
25 minutes?
25-minute demo. Why didn't you play this demo? We demand you play this demo. I'm going to say it again because I said it yesterday 5,000 times on Twitter and no one listens.
The fact that it's 25 minutes probably would make you think that it's not really on the floor.
It's not on the fucking floor. They wouldn't put a 25-minute demo on the floor.
So people could play it more than,
Apparently, from what I've heard, it does exist. It actually is in Sony's meeting room area.
Yeah. And
they're only inviting certain people to play it. Certain press, like I think people from game trailers were invited, people from major websites.
And every section has this media area.
Yes.
I saw that.
Yes, Sony, Microsoft, they all have these private meeting room areas that they just let people who they want in to play this stuff.
Well, people were paying and
I guess, people who they have business relationships with. So there's no way, I apologize. Fuck, do you think I want to play it? Yeah, it's like probably the biggest thing at this whole conference. They're not letting anyone play it. Another game, I found out the same thing, Dishonored from Bethesda. It's coming out in October. It finally got a release date during this weekend of E3. During this week of E3. And I really wanted to play it, and I've been bugging the hell out of them. And every day I ask, they're like, nope, we're only letting people who are invited inside to play. And, right now, the commoners are not allowed. So I'm going to keep asking. I've asked 2 days in a row. I'll ask again tomorrow, but it looks like right now they're only letting people in from the gaming media, from the press,
Sony has a whole, upper tier.
Yeah.
And there's a stairway, and there's, two dudes standing
there. That could be where it is, now that I'm thinking about it.
That's probably where it is.
That could be where Beyond is. Yeah.
You have to have a special bracelet.
Right. They're like, you don't have no bracelet.
Where's your bracelet?
You don't have no bracelet.
And then it's like a whole other upper area.
What the fuck? I don't want a bracelet. Fuck you. I'll put one on. I'll put one on and I'll fucking push you out of the way.
They did check for badges today.
They did check everywhere for badges today.
We don't care. Today, what would you?
So I do want to say I apologize we can't cover everything, but we're limited to what coverage we're allowed, being that we have the badges that we have. I would love to cover these things. A lot of people are asking for stuff that just isn't there, and another common question: WWE 13, because today
I got a few of those.
I don't know if you heard about this. Sheamus was there.
Where the hell was he?
He walked into G4 with one of the developers of the game, and they were interviewed on G4. But the game's not there. In fact, THQ does not have a booth at all. All THQ, again, they have a private meeting room area set up for them, and I'm sure they invited a couple people. Sheamus has probably played it, and, they had a couple press people come in there. They're not letting the common people in there, so nothing we can do about it. It is what it is. That's what they decided to do this year.
Everything in life is a popularity contest.
It is.
Just remember that.
All right, so before we move on to what we're planning on doing tomorrow, I'd like to talk a little bit about In-N-Out Burger.
Okay.
Because we finally went there today. Lots of people have been getting Twitter messages. I've been getting comments on the videos. Why did you go to Mel's Drive-In, you fucking stupid cocksucker motherfucker?
What the hell's going on?
You should have went to In-N-Out Burger, you losers. It was right around the corner on Sunset Boulevard.
What is happening, people?
This is how people address me like this. It's ridiculous.
Let's be friends here.
It's very ridiculous. You know the disrespect that I get. But anyway, I still continue to make videos.
Push through it.
I push through
the negativity.
I have a skin, very thick skin at this point. It's probably made of like fucking cedar or something like that with the shit that I get. But anyway, today we said, let's do this. Let's finally check out In-N-Out Burger. We went to the one on Sunset Boulevard as people had recommended. Now, first of all, just walking in this place is a fucking experience. It's like a zoo, all right?
Just getting to it is an experience, first of all.
Well, that we already talked about.
We already talked about that.
The LA traffic is just absolutely insane.
When you get in, and what is it today? It was today. Wednesday?
Mm-hmm.
Wednesday afternoon?
It was like,
crazy.
yeah, it was insane. It was
like a Saturday or something.
Yeah.
It was nuts.
Wall-to-wall people.
The drive-thru's packed.
Drive-thru's packed. Huge fucking line inside. We had to go inside.
Yeah.
And so, first of all, people had told us you should order the animal style. Like, this is the inside secret menu. Order animal style, and it's the best fucking thing ever. You gotta do it. So I said, well, we want to try a regular burger, obviously. We want to try animal style. So we ordered, two regular combos, and then we ordered 2 animal style burgers as well to compare. So we brought them back here. We ate them. And first, we each eat one, and we're like, is this the animal style or not? Like, well, I never know. I don't have any frame of reference.
Yeah, because they basically had 2 bags. One bag was just fries.
Right.
And the other bag had 4 burgers in it.
Nothing labeled.
With no label whatsoever, so you don't know what's going on.
We didn't know what the fuck it was.
Right.
And being that we never ate In-N-Out, we couldn't tell, so we're like, this is good, but what is it? I don't know. What is it? So we're like, I don't know. Do they look the same? Yeah, they kind of look the same.
Animal?
Is this the animal or is that? We don't know. So, alright, so we eat those burgers. Alright, those weren't bad. Let's move on to the next one. We eat it. It tastes like the first burger, and they look the same. They had the same condiments on them. In one case, one of yours was way messier than the other.
One was way messier, so like maybe that's the animal, but maybe it's just messier. It just wasn't made that well. I don't know.
I don't know. It's very confusing to me. And what I have to say, my official review is, I'll say this: the price of each double burger is only $3.20.
Yep.
Okay. That is really good for a double cheeseburger anywhere. Actually, any fast food place you go to. Now, keep in mind, I'm not talking dollar menu, because you can get dollar menu double cheeseburgers at fucking McDonald's and Burger King.
Wendy's.
They're gross. Okay, they're gross.
Well, it's the same thing though as the other ones.
Right, but
simple.
They're very exactly. This thing is loaded with cheese, 100 condiments, everything you could think of, onions, special sauce, everything. So for $3.20, that's not a bad deal,
Yeah.
And for $3.20. The burger's not a bad burger.
Right, within the world of fast food, for $3 whatever, that's probably one of your best values,
Sure.
I think.
You can get a combo for $6, you're full, and it's pretty,
Yeah.
But what I have to say is this, I've had better burgers. And unfortunately, I've had better fast food burgers.
That's a fast food burger. It's not, something you get from a...
Yeah. I've had other fast food burgers on the East Coast that are better. Of course, they cost way more. That's the catch. 22 is you want the better burger, you're going to spend double that. You spend $6, $7 for the big-ass burger. It's good, but it costs a ridiculous amount.
Well, where's the one that was a Jake's Way Back?
Yes, Jake's Way Back Burger.
Five Guys is the one that's near me.
Yes.
Which is a chain that's growing.
Mm-hmm.
Those are a little more expensive, but the thing with those is you customize.
Right.
There wasn't really as much customization here.
Yeah, you get pickles, you can get, onions, you get lettuce, tomatoes,
basic stuff.
Special sauce. It wasn't anything above and beyond,
Right. But I thought it was on par with those places. But with those other places, you get to choose vast more amount of condiments
right.
for your eating pleasure.
Right. So it is what it is. I'm giving, is it good? I liked it, but it's not, I've had better burgers at fast food joints. They were just more expensive. So I definitely don't agree with these people. It's the best fucking burger I've ever had in my life. And no, you gotta get out more, dude.
There's a big difference between fast food burgers and restaurant quality, or whatever you want to call it, grill.
True.
Fresh grilled stuff.
Right.
And like that.
So. And I do want to say their fries are disgusting shit. They're just,
fries suck.
Those are some of the worst fries I've ever had in my life.
Those are not good.
Don't touch those fucking fries. Alright, so now let's talk a little bit about tomorrow.
Okay.
Tomorrow's our last day at E3.
Wow. I can't believe this.
I know, time flies, right?
It's like breaking my heart.
Time flies. And so what we want to do is we've got some odds and ends. There's some things we definitely want to see, but these are the things that have had the longest lines. We have no idea if we're going to be able to get into them, okay? What we're going to do is run down a list of the stuff we definitely want to talk about tomorrow, or try to look at. And then we're going to talk about a little bit, our final, we'll get to that anyway. Tomorrow, definitely what I want to do tomorrow, I want to play a little bit more Hawken, okay? Because I only got to play it maybe 2 or 3 times when we were at that event on Monday. Didn't get the chance to attend the after party. And so I do want to be able to play it. And they do have a booth at the floor. They have several setups. So I do want to get in a couple more games of Hawken tomorrow at least. I think both of us agree on this. We want to try to either play Resident Evil 6.
Oh, yeah.
Or Devil May Cry, or both.
Yeah. Devil May Cry not as much, but definitely
Resident Evil 6 seems to be like the most requested game. Seriously, like everyone runs up, oh, do you have that, do you have it? And then once it's out, it's like, oh, the line goes away.
Oh, Lost Planet, fuck that.
Right, so...
We didn't talk about Lost Planet, though.
Oh, you're right, I didn't write that down.
Want to talk about that quickly, or
I mean, Lost Planet was what it is. It plays like Lost Planet as single player.
Yeah.
It didn't seem like there was much new. The graphics did look better to me than the last one, definitely. But what I've heard is they took co-op out of the game. Like, they realized that Lost Planet 2...
That was the problem, though.
I don't think it was either.
They had some weird choices from that.
They did.
We don't want to talk about that, but...
But bringing it back to an ice planet...
This didn't have the thing where you were, free... You would lose your heat or whatever. They got rid of that, right? Remember you had to, keep your meter up, because you would, go down? Was that the first game?
I don't know. I don't remember.
There was one where, you get cold, and you had to keep getting the heat.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't remember that.
In order to stay alive.
Well, I didn't play the first one, so I wouldn't know.
That was right.
Okay.
It doesn't have that, though. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. It just plays like a third-person shooter. That's all I have to say, really.
It's like Gears.
I mean, I only played the first whole stage. I beat the first boss, so it took me maybe 15 minutes. But it plays similar to Gears. He's right, like Gears of War.
The dude kind of looks like that. These are the hairs.
Yeah, you're right. It almost seems like they redesigned characters to look like Gears of War characters, to be completely honest.
Yes.
And will the game look great? Will the game play great? Probably. Will anyone care about the game when there's 700 other third-person shooters out there? And the one thing in Part 2 that made it unique was this cool co-op feature, and now it's gone? I'm just saying, Capcom, I don't know, you know what I mean?
They lost a bunch of money with that game, too. Here's the third one now, oh jeez, makes you worried.
I don't know.
I'm probably going to get it, though, I always get those games.
Yeah, I'll definitely get it,
of course. Get it.
So, the first thing we're probably going to do tomorrow when we hit the run to Capcom and see if we can get a Resident Evil 6 ticket. If not, we'll probably try to do Devil May Cry. We want to get into one of those. We'll see what we can do. Assassin's Creed 3, sure, I would love to play it, but that also has been one of the biggest lines all weekend. Yeah. So chances are probably we won't get to play it. I've seen footage of it already. We got some footage up of it already. So if we can, we'll play it. If not a big deal. I'm pretty sure it's going to play like Assassin's Creed. Zombie U. This is one I actually do want to play because I want to see how the Wii controller or gamepad or whatever they want to call it this week is actually going to work with a first-person shooter. Mm-hmm. And some people I saw were using it and were kind of fumbling with it on day one. So I do want to try to get hands-on with that game and experience it and see what it's like. So that's one definitely for me that I'm looking to do. Epic Mickey 2. I think I want to see it just to see if they really have put effort into improving this goddamn game. Or if they said, oh, Epic Mickey 1 was a bestseller because a bunch of children got it for Christmas, which is, by the way, exactly the reason that it sold like it did. They definitely released the perfect game at the perfect time, because the game is made like that. The first couple levels of the game are easy as hell, and all kids are probably like, oh, it's cute,
yes,
I
but
love
did
it.
they burn the bridge? People are going to go back and I'll buy this one too.
If it's for little kids, absolutely. Yeah. And this one has co-op, so now brother and sister can play together.
Well, how far could a kid get in the first one, though?
Doesn't matter. They probably got a couple hours in. Do you think kids have short attention spans anyway?
Now you got a whole new generation of kids because that was, what, 2 years ago?
Yeah.
So now it's like a whole new group.
Right. So now you're going to get the next, and it's like...
The next generation.
Guess when they're releasing it? Holiday 2012. So they really know what they're doing with this series. Yep. What I want to see is that they really put the effort in to improve the damn game. We'll see. I guess if I get to play it, we'll see. If not, we'll have to wait until the game comes out. Metal Gear Rising Revengeance, a game that both of us have talked about we wanted to do. The lines have just been retardedly long all weekend. And we actually talked to the guys today when they closed it at 5. I don't know why they closed it at 5 when it's open till 6, the whole expo. But I asked them, I said, what's the deal? They said, we're sorry. This thing's had like a 3-hour wait all weekend. Or I keep saying all weekend.
3 hours?
That's what he said to me. He's like, dude, I'm not even lying to you. People told me they were waiting here for 3 hours by the time they got to play.
That one and Dead Space probably the biggest lines.
Dead Space had a huge line too. Dead Space 3.
Like you just basically go just for one game.
Well, Dead Space you're not even playing it. It's just in the room.
Well, I'm saying like for versus Metal Gear.
Right.
If you wait 3 hours.
Yeah.
That's your day.
Yeah.
Your day is you show up, you wait 3 hours, you play for 20 minutes, and then you go.
Well, I guess I'm shot.
And you're done.
Done. I wasted a whole day
that
on
was
this.
the whole day. That's pretty crazy.
So we're hoping tomorrow the line will be shorter. There's no guarantee the line will be shorter, but I guess we'll have to see. There's also they're doing a promo. It's like it's a trailer. It's not any game. You're not going to play it of XCOM Enemy Unknown. And we almost got into it, actually. Like, we were like 2 fucking people away getting into it on a short-ass line, and then we were like, well, you gotta wait another 25 minutes. I was like, oh, God, well, I'm not waiting another 25 minutes.
Movie?
It's a 20-minute presentation. So we're thinking yesterday, when it was really busy by the end of the day, we almost got in. I think the last day we may be able to sneak into that with relatively little trouble, hopefully. Of course, the big ones, Gears of War, Halo 4, those also have had intensely long lines. Do I really need to play those? You know what I mean? Like, I think I'm pretty sure what they're going to be, I think I can wait, or at least wait for demos. I don't need to be sitting in lines to play those games. Same thing with Call of Duty Black Ops. Some of the people have been saying, yes, that is playable. No, I'm not waiting 4 hours to play it. Like, it's fucking Black Ops. I know what it's going to be. So there's no reason for me to, like, go nuts to try to play that at E3. One game that we saw and we want to do footage of, we haven't had a chance to do it yet, the Avengers Earth, what was it, Earth?
You're going to have to get this game,
No. Oh, come on.
You're not going to get it? You really play these other
Avengers, Earth, what is it called? Earth Assemble, Earth something.
Something like that, I don't know.
Earth Forces, something like that.
It looks friggin' terrible.
We saw it during the Microsoft press conference,
they didn't show the gameplay.
All they showed was the trailer for it.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, that looks pretty cool.
All those characters I like.
Yeah, it's got Spider-Man, it's got all Magneto. Yeah. Well, guess what? Well, we shouldn't spoil it yet. Let's not spoil it.
Don't even do it?
Let's not spoil it.
Well, they probably could look it up.
We'll talk about it tomorrow.
All right.
But we want to get gameplay of this game for you guys tomorrow. Wait till you see this shit.
That was so bad.
Wait till you see this shit. And the last 2 that I want to play are PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale, which we've seen many times.
That's going to be just like God of War line.
Right.
It's the same deal.
Right, it's the same deal. It's probably about an hour I can play that. I'm hoping tomorrow there'll be less people. Maybe I'll be able to jump into that, see if it really is just like Smash Brothers. And I definitely want to play Mario Wii U.
Yeah.
I actually was very close to playing it a couple times, but then I was like, let me go do something else. I think tomorrow, since the last day, I'll be a lot more committed to, all right, let me just play this. It's another one on the list.
Now or never.
So that'll be tomorrow. Is there anything else that you are looking to do tomorrow before we move on to the final thing here?
You pretty much named everything that we haven't got our hands into.
Right.
I would like to do some Wii U stuff because that's like the new thing,
I just want to get my hands on that controller and see what it is.
Exactly, how it feels, the weight of it. I don't know. I just like walking around getting wacky. I got all kinds of wacky footage and things. And,
that's good.
And stuff. So
that's the kind of stuff people want to see.
Yeah, I don't know, I got some interesting stuff.
There's some crazy montages.
I also want to trade some more free stuff as well, as we talked about.
And you know what? So. That leads directly into the next topic,
look at that.
Which is going to be tomorrow. It's going to be the last day we're doing this, so you're going to see whatever footage we take during the day, and then we're going to have the big recap, which we're going to have one video where all we're going to do is show you our swag. That's right, the free stuff that we got so far, or that we'll have, totally.
Hopefully it's good. Right now it's
okay.
It's okay.
I'm not disappointed with what we've got, but it's not anything that's like, whoa, it's fucking amazing, melted my brain, Maybe tomorrow we'll be able to get some more, especially because it's the last day. That's the thing. When it's the last day, Remember, they gotta get rid of all that shit. They don't want to bring it home. So at 5 p.m. tomorrow, they're gonna be like, fucking take this and throw it in the sky. Like, oh, it's raining fucking shirts and shit. Like, yeah. So hopefully tomorrow we'll be able to get some of that stuff. And we're gonna have a video just discussing the swag. And then the final thing we'll do tomorrow before we sign off for E3, because remember, we're going to be traveling all day Friday. We won't be able to upload any videos or anything for you guys, is our final thoughts on everything we've experienced here since we've been in LA. You know, what was it like to attend our first E3? What we liked, maybe, what we didn't like. What I would say is probably what we'd probably do. I'm probably say what was the coolest thing we saw, and what was like the biggest disappointment. You know what I mean? Like that kind of stuff. I think we'll probably come up with some interesting stuff like that.
Okay.
How we rank the big three with their conferences now that we've actually hands-on with some of these games, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then finally, just like a final thoughts before we get out of here.
All right.
So, whew. 2 days in the bag, one more to go. This is the home stretch for us. I hope you guys are enjoying the footage, at least from the views in the comments. It looks like they are, you know. The direct way to figure out someone likes what you're doing is to see if they're watching it and if they're commenting on it, and they are. So far, everyone's been really good. They've been watching, they've been responding. So thank you everyone who's been watching our coverage this week, who's been spreading the word about it. We're putting in the effort. Like I said, we're doing our best with limited resources. And we're going to do it one more day, and then we're going to come back, and that's that. And there may be some footage from Friday. Like, we may do some, I'm figuring, maybe in the airport or whatever, you know. But the thing is, we can't upload that right away.
Oh, yeah, it'll be too later than that.
We're
not getting back till way late.
Oh, screw me. We're getting back so late on Friday. And then we got, of course, then we have to get from New York back to Connecticut. Poor John then has to drive back to New York again. It's like, fuck, man. I feel bad for you, dude.
Why are we talking about this now? We should concentrate on the good things.
All right, tomorrow, the final day of E3. Hopefully we saved the best for last. We'll find out. So we'll see you guys tomorrow for Thursday, the final day of E3 2012. Thanks a lot. Be sure to tune in. And be sure to tune in to Attack of the Show.
You never thought you'd be saying that.
On G4.
You never thought you'd ever be saying that.
That's right.
Tune in to Attack of the Show.
Because we're on that shit.
Dark Side Phil, here you go.
That's right. We'll see you guys tomorrow.